Hi there. Today I want to talk to you about the future of entrepreneurship, which is business with purpose. So let's start by asking, what is entrepreneurship? Well, there are so many definitions on what entrepreneurship is, but let's just take this one as it is where someone finds an opportunity or discovers an opportunity, exploits it for profit. They take all the risk and they have most of the benefits as well. In other words, both the person who created Amazon, Jeff Bezos, is an entrepreneur, and the young person who is hawking bread on the streets of Lagos between cars is also an entrepreneur because he or she has learned how to exploit that need that people have, and they're making money as a result. Okay, but what about business with purpose? We have to move towards that. And the reason is this: the world has changed because of the words that people are using nowadays, and of course the practical realities that we're all faced with. So words like sustainable development goals has changed business forever. Words like sustainable business models has changed the world forever. Global warming has changed the world forever. Climate control has changed the world forever. Decarbonization has changed the world forever. So a business or businesses will never remain the same the way they were. Now, it used to be the case where a business is set up purely for financial reasons. And when you think about where we are in terms of business with purpose, you find people on two extremes. Some people say, well, you got to prioritize the environment. And so they ignore the financial desires that people have. Well, I'm not there. I'm not sitting in that arena. Other people have prioritized money, making of money over the environment, because they say, well, if I'm not making money, as long as I make money, I don't really care about, oh, no. I'm not there either. I'm bang in the middle. I'm in the middle because I believe that you can have a business that makes money, and also you can look after the environment and look after people and supply great social value. That's where I'm at. So let's take a look here why you who are starting a business need to think about business with purpose. Okay, there are 4 reasons I'm going to give you in this particular video. Number 1 is lessons we learned from COVID-19. If there's anything we learned from COVID-19, it shows us how we are all interconnected. You cannot bury your head in the sand over here in the UK or in America or even in Africa and just say, oh, I don't care what happens to anyone else. What actually happens here affects people far away from where you are located, as we're going to find out in a moment. In this next reason why you got to start a business with a purpose is because of the environment. You know what? The environment needs attention. Like what? I was just watching some videos today talking about pollution of plastic, and it's so shocking. You see lots of coastal lands that are devastated because of plastic bottles that have been swept over from various countries into some other country that is thousands of miles away, that the oceans are swept there. And you say, well, I don't care. Well, you need to care. You know why you need to care? Because apparently it takes about almost 100 years for plastics to break down. And when they do break down, they break down into small particles of plastic. And those small particles of plastic, guess what? They end up in our food chain. What does that mean? Well, it's been discovered that we are finding plastics in things like salt. Let me tell you something else. When there's plastic in the ocean, and fish will feed on whatever they can see, so they're feeding on plastic, and you say, what does that matter? Well, that fish that has fed on plastic will invariably end up on your plate wherever you are around the world. So you cannot say, I don't care, I'll just use plastic, I'll just do whatever I want. No, we're so interconnected. Deforestation is affecting us because no longer do we have trees whereby enough trees are absorbing the pollution that we're releasing from the various industrial nations, or now forests to absorb that, so we're suffering. Have you ever noticed? I was just thinking about it today. Have you noticed that the rate of cancer, for example, in various countries around the world has increased over the years? Why? Because of the food we eat. Because pollution has entered our food chain. Not talk about the marine life we are destroying as we go along, but we need to do something now. So if you're starting a business, you're going to be thinking about, oh, how can I contribute towards the betterment of the environment? That's what it means to have a business with purpose. You're making money, but you're also contributing to the social well-being of everyone by looking after the environment. What's another way you can contribute? Well, the third reason why you need to start a business with purpose is that people now want more. When COVID hit, people had the time to sit back and consider what their life was going to be about, where they're going with their life. And nowadays, people want better working conditions. People want share of the profit. No longer can you be like Nike was a few years ago, where they were paying somebody 6 cents to create a ball, and the same ball was being sold for tens of dollars in another country, and that person is only getting 6 cents an hour. Well, maybe they were happy getting 6 cents an hour then, but I'm telling you now that people want a share of the profit. Because when people who are working in your organization are getting a share of the profit, they're going to be much more productive anyway. People want to contribute to the change that is happening in their own life. People want equal pay. Men and women want to be paid equally for doing the same job. People want more out of your business now than they did before. So if you're not thinking about how you are going to support those working within your organization and also support the society where they live, because what are you adding to the society where you're located? Are you, for example, making changes by employing some people who are disabled into roles that they can actually fulfill? I'm not suggesting that you employ somebody to a role they cannot fulfill, but I'm saying to you, are you thinking about those things? Are you at least supporting the worthy causes in the society where you're located? Are you thinking about the well-being of people? This type of thinking has to enter into the mindset of anyone starting in business today, because it has to be business with purpose. No longer can it just be business just to make money. No, it's going to be business with purpose. Are you reporting and communicating this to your stakeholders? Guess what? The more you are progressing down the line of supporting and improving people's well-being, because you have a social value policy that is enabling that to take place, the more people recognize your brand, the more money you make anyway. And the better you feel, the better the people who are working within your organization feels. So everybody wins. It's a win-win situation. Now I'll take something else. Here's the fourth reason why it is business with purpose. Because even corporations are shifting now. They're shifting from corporate social responsibility to sustainability. They're realizing that it can no longer work the way that it's been before. We thank God for industrialization. It brought in some great ideas, but we cannot move forward. The future has to change. Corporations are now changing. Some people say they're not changing fast enough, but at least they recognize they need to change, and many are changing. Watch my video on Global Impact Investment Network, and you see the type of organizations that are actually investing in sustainable enterprises just because they realize now that it's got to be business with purpose. Okay, I want to ask you something before I go. What about you? If corporations are changing, do you think that you, an individual or a small group of people, can stay the same? No, actually, you can win if you start thinking about business with purpose. All right, if you like this video, then do like it, subscribe to the channel, and come back for more videos under this banner of the future of entrepreneurship, business with purpose. God bless you. See you soon.